The Philadelphia Phillies delivered a commanding and comprehensive performance against the San Francisco Giants, securing a decisive 7-0 shutout victory that was defined by elite pitching, timely hitting, disciplined defense, and sustained pressure from the first inning through the final out, turning what was anticipated to be a competitive National League matchup into a one-sided showcase of execution and control at every level of the game as the Phillies set the tone early with a confident presence on the mound and an aggressive yet calculated approach at the plate that immediately forced the Giants onto the back foot, beginning with a dominant starting pitching performance that silenced San Francisco's offense entirely, as the Phillies starter established rhythm early with precise fastball command, sharp breaking pitches, and an ability to consistently work ahead in the count, preventing Giants hitters from settling into any kind of offensive rhythm while inducing weak contact, and a steady stream of ground balls and harmless flyouts that were efficiently handled by a locked-in Philadelphia defense. And as the innings progressed, the Phillies pitcher only grew more dominant, mixing pitch selection effectively between high fastballs that elevated above the zone to change-eye levels and sweeping sliders that darted away from right-handed hitters, along with changeups that disrupted timing and kept the Giants guessing throughout, resulting in a string of scoreless frames. That built momentum and confidence not only on the mound but throughout the entire Phillies dugout, which responded with increasing energy as the game unfolded, while the Giants on the other hand struggled to find answers, repeatedly sending hitters to the plate who looked uncomfortable against the velocity and movement being thrown at them, with several at-bats ending in early countouts that highlighted their inability to adjust. And as Philadelphia's pitching dominance continued, the offensive side of the game also began to open up as the Phillies lineup showed patience and discipline against the Giants starter, working deep counts, drawing walks, and capitalizing on mistakes in the strike zone, slowly building pressure before finally breaking through with the game's first run on a well-executed sequence of situational hitting that saw runners advance efficiently and a clutch RBI single drive in the opener, setting off a chain reaction that would gradually unravel San Francisco's defensive structure, and once the Phillies secured the lead, they never relinquished control, instead expanding it inning by inning through a combination of gap-to-gap hitting, smart base running, and opportunistic scoring that punished every defensive lapse or missed pitch, while the Giants' pitching staff attempted to stabilize the game by turning to their bullpen earlier than expected. But the relief arms were unable to stop the momentum as Philadelphia continued to apply pressure, adding insurance runs through a mix of extra base hits, including doubles into the gaps and a key home run that cleared the fence and effectively broke the game wide open, pushing the lead to a comfortable margin and placing the Giants in a near-impossible position to mount any kind of comeback given the Phillies' continued dominance on the mound, where the bullpen seamlessly carried forward the starter's brilliance, entering the game with sharp command and immediately replicating the same formula of attacking hitters, working efficiently through innings, and avoiding any defensive mistakes that could have given San Francisco even a small opening. And while the Giants did manage a few isolated base runners through occasional walks or soft singles, none of them were able to advance into scoring position in meaningful fashion as the Phillies consistently executed in high-leverage moments, turning potential threats into routine outs through double plays, strikeouts in key counts, and well-positioned defensive alignments that neutralized any attempt at a rally. And as the game moved into its later stages, the sense of control from Philadelphia only intensified, with the crowd sensing a complete performance unfolding as the Phillies not only protected their shutout but continued to extend the margin with additional offensive contributions, including another well-timed rally that saw hitters string together consecutive base hits, forcing defensive adjustments from the Giants that came too late to matter, while Philadelphia's base runners smartly took advantage of every opportunity, advancing on passed balls, reading pitchers' movements effectively, and maintaining pressure that kept San Francisco constantly reacting rather than dictating any part of the game. And defensively, the Phillies were equally sharp, turning in a clean, error-free performance that underscored their focus and discipline, with infielders making routine plays look effortless and outfielders tracking down deep fly balls with precision and confidence, ensuring that no extra chances were given away at any point. And as the final innings approached, the Phillies coaching staff began rotating players strategically, resting key contributors while still maintaining the same level of intensity and execution, a testament to the depth of the roster and the system in place that allows seamless transitions without loss of performance quality, while the Giants continued to search for even a single breakthrough run but found themselves repeatedly frustrated, as each attempt to spark momentum was quickly extinguished by either strikeouts or well-placed defensive plays, and by the time the ninth inning arrived, the outcome was all but decided, with Philadelphia firmly in control at 7-0, yet they still approached the final outs with professionalism and focus, closing the game with clean pitching and sharp defensive execution that sealed the shutout without drama. And as the final out was recorded, the Phillies celebrated a complete team victory that highlighted not only their offensive production but also their pitching depth and defensive reliability, while the Giants were left to reflect on a night where nothing seemed to click, as their hitters struggled with timing, their pitchers failed to contain the damage, and their defense was unable to shift the momentum at any point, making the game a clear illustration of the difference between a team firing on all cylinders and one unable to find its rhythm. And beyond the scoreline itself,